there and you'll be back another day. I can see us breaking down the barrier. Oh yeah. With the speed of light we cross the stratosphere. Oh yeah. We can go so far. The stratosphere. Oh yeah. We can go so far, so far away. Baby, let's go far, so far, you and me.
If you are in a southern state, namely Florida, and you are listening, please stay safe. We are all pulling for you on other sides of the country and other ends of the country. Take care of yourselves and the ones around you. If you are on the West Coast, good afternoon. I think it's afternoon. If you are in Europe, good evening. If you are in Australia, happy Tuesday? I'm not sure. I know y'all on the other side of the hemisphere, are like in the future, which is magical. So, hello everyone. Welcome in to the Q&A chat. It's been a while since we've done one of these. So, hello to everyone in the chat. Michelle, I will see you next time. You know where to contact me if you have like a real serious question. But I will talk to you. Oh my god, my hair is so puffy today. Let's go back the top of the chat. Heather, hello. Peggy, Jean, hello. American Princess, hello. Terry, hello. Red Light, hello. Bethany, hello. Hey, from Southeast Pennsylvania. How is the weather there for you today? We are like rainy and gloomy, but I'm kind of feeling it because I got the fireplace just going and it's nice. Just Cat, hello. Marie, hello. You worried about this one? I am too. Blessed and favored, hello. Can you read out to my home plane? I please. Blessed and favored, I would love to. I can't. But you can get some organization inspiration hopefully here. And hello, Stephanie. Hello. 75 degrees near Seattle. That sounds perfect. Perfect. How was your trip to Maine? It was actually really nice. It was uneventful. It was 3 hours on the way there, 4 hours on the way back. Traffic was not on my side on the way back, but we made it back to Boston to be on time for rehearsal, so it was all set. Thank you for asking though. And the concert was great. So we are back into like regular Boston concert madness. So if you're not keeping track on the vlog channel, and there are 45 of you here, if you're not keeping track on the vlog channel, that's all of my like personal content. Everything home organizing and home related is here. Everything else is over there. So you can see what else I'm up to if you're curious, if you care. If you don't, that's okay too. That's okay too. I hope everyone's doing great. So it is fall. So I thought I would get the Not So Secret Third channel. Thank you, Red Light. I thought before we got started on the Q&A, I don't know if there's any questions. I haven't looked in the tab yet. But I want to give a quick update on what's been going on. So what's been going on is a lot. I'm gonna like stop the music real quick. Stop the music. It's been a lot's been going on. Hi Robin, how are you? Welcome in. Also, if there are 50 of you in the live chat, which amazing, thank you so much for being here. Press the little thumbs up button. I would love that. It would make me feel so happy, and it would help other people find the stream and be so meaningful. So thank you for pressing the like button, either on your way out or, right now. Hello, Gloria from New Mexico. Oh my gosh, Gloria, what is the weather like where you are? So updates on the state of the union. Today, we are having a very rough day. How's my mom? She's healing, but she's in rough shape. If you haven't heard, my mom broke her shoulder. She has 2 fractures on her little shoulder. So the poor thing, she is definitely not feeling great. So I don't know. Oh no, your headphones aren't working. Peggy Jean, I'm so sorry. Yeah, watch the replay because closed captions doesn't work on ultra low latency. So unfortunately, I can see what you're saying and respond right away, but the closed captions do not work. We will see you on the replay, Peggy Jean. So my mom she's doing okay. We're probably going to go down and see her in November because that seems like a good time to go visit her because I've got a break in my schedule. Today we are going through it, y'all. So down in the lower level of our home, we've had some issues. So yesterday on my way home from Maine, I was doing a concert in Maine. My husband was like, there's water in the storage room. And I said, oh no, call the HVAC person. So the HVAC person came, repaired the HVAC, which we were so happy about. But my husband also said to me that there was some musty smell and water leakage into the downstairs bathtub. And the baseboard of the bathroom was wet. And so we had a plumber come out today, and it is bad, friends. It is bad. There is a long going, apparently has been happening for a long time, leak from our upstairs bathroom into our downstairs bathroom. The whole thing is getting ripped up tomorrow to repair the leak. The worst part of the situation is that there is a mold issue that is most likely happening with this. So we've closed the bathroom door. We're running the air purifier and we're just not using it. And so we're going to have to call like the mold person to come out and like mitigate that. Then we're probably going to have to redo the bathroom. Fix the piping. The piping apparently is like the worst kind of piping you can use in a renovation, and this may happen another time. So these are not these are not good news nuggets that we're getting today, but we're just gonna go with it. So we'll see what our like homeowners insurance is gonna help us with, but it's bad. So after I get off live with y'all, we're gonna be food prepping for the week because I want to make life as easy as possible for the rest of the week, and because they have to shut our water off also. So we're doing all of the laundry, the house laundry, clothes laundry, everything. It is so special. So special. So I wanted to give you guys a quick update on what was happening with the house. Otherwise, the house is fabulous. But just, oh my. The upstairs hallway bathroom. So not the ensuite bathroom, but the upstairs hallway bathroom near the entrance of the house. It's terrible. It's quite awful. So I'm feeling like when it rains it pours, but you know, there's far worse. So we'll see. And this may be an opportunity to redo the bathroom. Messia, I feel that in my soul. I'm like, it's gonna, because the plumber, I appreciated how honest he was with us. He had a beautiful Boston accent, which I loved. And he was like, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the worst case scenario. And I was like, excellent, thank you. So we're just gonna go with it. This is our home. So, but the good news is the upstairs neighbors, our upstairs people, have had experiences with their plumbing as well, and they said that the homeowners insurance was very good with working with them. So in hearing that, we're looking forward to maybe a good situation, a good working situation with the homeowners insurance. So so there is a question and answer I think poll pinned to the top of the chat, but I did see a question in chat, so we'll just start. We'll be live for about an hour. We'll chat, we'll hang out, and that'll be our live stream. Any tips for paper? Oh wait, I have to go over here and do this because I want to put it on the screen. Any tips for paper? I have tons, but have gotten burned with previous attempts. Any great advice to scan to make digital copies? Bethany. Okay, well, first of all, I would determine what is important to scan, because some things are just not worth it. You know what I mean? So things like, and you know what I found is really good to scan, even though you may be able to get this information digitally, is like veterinary records of your pets and things like that you may need to send to insurance company if your pets are insured, or any kind of documentation that is important to present to insurance companies, tax professionals, things like that are good to scan and keep copies of. But I would with any project, I know that the paper is the most labor intensive because you can't just put it in a bin and forget about it because of the personally identifying information and sensitive information in it. Identification numbers, your phone number, address, picture of you even at some point. So I would buy a very good shredder. That's the first thing I would do. Buy an excellent shredder, like one that takes no effort to use, and just take a few pieces at a time and go through it. Now, I don't know how much you have. I don't know if you're talking about boxes and boxes, because I've been in people's homes where they have boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of either unopened mail. Sorry, I'm looking over here. I have many monitors. I apologize. Unopened mail or things that they just have been putting off, like pieces of incoming mail or things to file. I would just take a small pile and go through it and just accept that it's going to take a long time, but you're going to do a little bit over time. That's the only way that I feel comfortable doing it. If you feel like one day you're having a burst of energy and motivation and you want to do a bigger pile, I say take advantage of that. But every day you can do at least, I mean, no matter what has happened that day, you can probably do 3 or 4 sheets. And that's not a lot. That is not a lot. So, however much, give yourself like a minimum of like, I'll take care of 2 pieces of paper every single day. And that way it'll, over time, it'll get easier and easier and easier. And at the same time, I want to say, don't not, this is on top of mail and paper that is still coming into your home. Unfortunately, it's not going to stop. They keep sending us things. You're going to have to keep processing that until it gets to a place where it's manageable. If you need help, I would go ahead and recruit help, whether that's a friend, a relative, your spouse, your partner, your child, your niece, whomever is there to assist you and will help you do a good job, because that'll make it go faster. Because otherwise, you look at the big pile and it seems insurmountable. I know what that feels like. But you have to start somewhere, or else it's just going to get bigger. It's just going to get bigger. That's the only, I hate my advice on paper because it just is like a nightmare. As far as scanning is concerned, I find that like talking to people who are handling your documents is a good place to start. Like some people prefer PDFs, and that way you'll know if you really have to deal with paper or not. I actually, as in my music work now, I very rarely deal with actual paper sheet music anymore in 2024. My own choice. I know a lot of people, a lot of my colleagues still deal in like actual sheet music with like paper and stuff. My headphones just turned off. I don't even know why I'm wearing these. But I have chosen to go completely digital as far as music is concerned. And I've started to scan a lot of my music collection, not all of it. I mean, I have most of it back there saved. But scanning it is so helpful, especially since I've had to email it to other people. But I do still have to print it out for auditions, unfortunately. So I try to deal as little in paper as I can, but I still have a need for it, unfortunately. I actually had to go buy a 3-ring binder a few weeks ago to go audition because I had gotten rid of my 3-ring binders and I hadn't been in an in-person audition in like a couple of years. And I had somehow forgotten that they require like you to have actual paper printed music in a 3-ring binder for the pianist to the dessert. And I was like, oh no. So I had to go out and buy a binder and then print music off. So it is an ongoing battle. Absolutely. Marianne, we'll see you on the replay. Thanks for hanging out. Michelle, you're here. You're here. You popped in while getting ready. I hope that you're having a good day. Let's see. Do you have any advice on how to go out a professional organization job when the person is disabled or unable to move around much? Go about a job. Flower Finder, the only thing I would recommend for that is you probably will need an assistant. I in a few situations where like I have had been the primary person who is doing a lot of the moving, the picking up, that because my client has been unable to, I have hired an assistant or brought in an assistant to help me, because otherwise you're going to be overtaxing yourself. If it's something you can handle, it's totally fine. But like if if it's like a whole house job or like a big room or something, I would take some of the burden off, the physical burden off of you, and bring in an assistant. And like, I feel like it's totally worth it. Melissa, hello. Welcome in. I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing so, so good. That is my advice to you as a professional organizer is I feel like, and I'm not actively going to see clients anymore in homes, but an assistant or two or three is so helpful to you when you can kind of just project manage and not have to take on the whole physical burden yourself. It's just so much. It's so much, especially if you're like not 20. You know what I'm saying? If you're not 20, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough. Oh, Melissa, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Let me go to, I don't know if there are any questions in the queue. I forget where to see them. If they're not there, then we can just go ahead and chat. Let's like go to channel, end Q&A. Why would I want to go to channel? That is my channel. Why would I want to go to channel? That's so weird. What a weird place to put that. Hide emotes. Engage with your audience. Okay. Maybe there are no questions in the Q&A, and that's totally fine. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. Bear with me. I can view the questions. Okay. There. I figured it out. How is Clover? Clover is great. He's doing fine. He's, of course, getting older. He just turned 8, the poor thing. We all just keep aging, you know? We keep aging. It's terrible. I have, you can see a lot of him over on the personal channel, but oh my gosh, here's a picture of him I took this afternoon. Is he not just the most precious bean you've ever seen? He's so cute. He's so cute. So Clover's doing really well. He had like a couple teeth removed, and that was a kind of a suffering moment for us, but he's doing okay. He's doing great. He is doing great. Okay. I have a question on the screen. Okay, Key. Key says I'm moving soon, and I want to start using Alpha since you endorse it, but it seems so complicated to me. How do I even start? So, Key, I'm going to recommend if you're moving and you want to become an alpha girly, doesn't matter what gender you are, we're all alpha girlies around here. I recommend that you go ahead and fight the fear. Just go to the Container Store and talk to an alpha designer. You don't have to. This is what you don't have to do when you deal with an alpha designer. You don't have to design it, and you don't have to install it. You can do either of those things. They kind of don't want you to design it. They want to talk to you, and then they'll design for you. So they will ask you what you need in the store. You should call them up, or I think you can do it online now. I'm talking like it's till 2008. Or you can call them up or sign up online for an appointment with an alpha designer. And there'll be one waiting for you. And they'll take you to a computer. They'll probably ask you a bunch of questions. Bring in the measurements to your space. Bring in height, width, the size of your baseboard if that's applicable, size of door openings, locations of the door openings. If there's any other obstructions in the room, like light switches or plugs, where they are, how big they are. And they will design something for you. And they'll ask you what style you want, and if you want like the basic metal Alpha or if you want the new Alpha Decor Plus. I have to say that Alpha Decor, as it was from 2008 to 2024, is discontinued, unfortunately. So they have a new system that is their wood accents called Alpha Decor Plus. And it is a newer version of Alpha Decor. I got the whole rundown on how it works when I went to the store about a month ago. So it looks a tiny bit more complicated to install if you get like the backing for it, but they'll take care of that for you. So you can definitely get someone to install it for you. It will cost you, I think, about a fourth of the cost of the space minimum. No, I think at the time where I was working at the Container Store, I don't know if this has changed now. It was like a fourth of the cost of the space, or like a 180 minimum. So, but they'll come out and do it. And after that, you can move shelves around super easy. If you need to move a shelf around, an employee will show you how to take it off the brackets and put it back on and move brackets around. It's super easy. Do it. Do it. Just make an appointment. I feel like if I feel weird about asking people for help sometimes, especially when it comes to products. And now I'm just like, I can't do everything. So I'm going to make an appointment with an expert. That's why we had, our HVAC person come and a plumber, because I don't know how to do that stuff. So that's why I go to you go to a hairdresser because you can do your own hair. But why do you want to? Why do you want to? Okay. KP, hello. Those are my initials too. And Minty, hello. Welcome in. KP asks, tips on how to stay organized. I feel like I'm always playing catch up. So the easiest way to stay organized, I feel like there are two reasons organizing systems fall apart. So the first reason is, and this is what I usually find with clients, is that there is an ongoing issue with like chronic disorganization. And that is more of a behavioral, well, they're both behavioral. These are things that are both behavioral, where there's good intentions there. And I, as somebody who was formerly chronically disorganized, I can tell you this from personal experience, that you'll set up this system and you'll have good intentions, and then you just don't implement the habits. Like you'll set up, I remember I would take a whole day and organize my pantry, and it would be so cute by the end of the day or something. And it just didn't work. Like it would just get disorganized over and over again. And there are a few kinds of spaces. So in these situations, the goal is to develop better habits, but even more, and a lot of these things work on top of each other too. They're like layers of Band-Aids on top of Band-Aids on top of Band-Aids. So remedy number one is to acknowledge that you may have some habits that need tweaking, right? Because if I go into my bedroom, take off my clothes, and throw the clothes on the ottoman, and I do that every night instead of putting them in my hamper, I am doing myself a disservice. And then I look for other surfaces to put clothes on. Boom, I'm doing myself a disservice because I've habitually started doing that. Break the cycle. The other reason is that you've made it too difficult for yourself to maintain the organization system. Like you may have organized it, it looks cute, it looks fabulous, but maybe the way that things are arranged or the system you may have implemented is not the easiest for you to use, or is good for your own tendencies. And I have discovered this about myself. Like I am not going to, and I think I've said this probably 50 times, I'm rarely going to open a box when I can open a drawer. So shoe drawers, for me, better than shoe boxes. Now, I don't wear as many shoes as I used to, so this is not much of an issue anymore. But it's the same thing with like the makeup drawers, where I can open the little drawer and open it is easier than like lifting one container, lifting the lid, putting it back, and then it's too many steps. So ease the level of like, what am I looking for? Choose the path of least resistance for yourself. And sometimes it's one of these reasons, and sometimes it's both of these reasons, or just, sometimes this one, sometimes this one, sometimes it's both. And the other reason I think a lot of people stay disorganized is that they get organized and then feel empty in some kind of way and keep bringing items into the home, which is really going to be setting you back on all of those goals. I've often seen this as well. I've seen a combination of all these things. It's kind of like um, it kind of reminds me of like a medical diagnosis where you have all of these symptoms, but they're all the same problem. So they got they may clean out the closet, right? And have given away like half their wardrobe, and they're so excited, but maybe they get bored or they get some kind of itchy or you get sad one day and you are on, Amazon or like Abercrombie website and then you're buying all these new clothes. Maybe you need them, maybe you don't. And then you're now trying to organize that stuff. So it's, I would take a look at what exactly your behaviors are as far as like habits. Like can you put it away when you take it out? Can you put it away easily? Um, are you sabotaging yourself when you're trying to set up an organizing system in a way that you won't actually keep it organized? Or and B, do you have too many items to keep track of continuously over time? Because I find that these three reasons are why I see people over and over and over and over and over again. Um, and the reason, the first thing with the habit thing, that's just something that the behavior is going to have to keep changing over time. And so I will be back over and over and over and over again. And it's kind of like a therapy uh, visit, but there's no shame in it. We all have bad habits, you know. I've definitely had some super bad habits in the past, but I'm trying to be better in the time. Thank you so much for the thumbs down. I appreciate it. Have you ever organized a garage? Absolutely. I've organized several garages. Um, they were primarily before I had my YouTube channel, so I didn't get to capture a lot of the before and after combinations. Um, and so, but garages are weird. Here in the Northeast, in Massachusetts in particular, I see fewer garages in the city and more out in the suburbs. Oh, there's Clover back there. Can you guys see him? But garages are weird because they're where you're supposed to put your car, but there's also like gardening supplies, beach things, sports equipment, and maybe like seasonal decorations. So it's got two purposes. It's kind of a storage place and where you put your vehicle, like your bikes, your skateboards, my motorcycles, mopeds, all kinds of things. And so it's got to stay organized, but it tends to be a place where people like just throw stuff. It's 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 a time, but actually I love organizing garages. It's so fun. It's so fun because I always find, and this is like so weird, but it is, I always find like critters in garages, and it's always fun to see what pops out. I have no qualms about finding critters. I think that like it's fun to see what's hiding in garages. Mices, lots of bugs, and other things that are in. It's never boring. Never boring. Never boring. Hopefully Clover will come back. The door was open. So, okay, I see his head. Hold on. Hello. Do you want to come in here? Hi. Hi there. I think everyone wants to see you. Oops, my lumbar pillow is very exposed here. Here he is. Hello. He wanted to visit. You smell like you've been outside walking. You smell a little bit wet. It's raining. It's raining here today, but I think he had his dinner. I heard him getting fed, but here he is. He's doing great. If y'all are asking about Mr. Clover James, he's absolutely living his best life. He loves he's definitely He's not spoiled or anything, right? You're not spoiled. You're not a spoiled dog. Not at all. Grape like 13 asks, how to find a direction in life. I feel stalled in my home, and I'm assuming it's because I'm not fulfilled somehow. That is a deep question, Grape like. Deep question. Do you want to be in my lap? Here, let me put you in my lap like this. Wow. I do think that your home does reflect sometimes what's going on in your life. I know that when I am incredibly busy, the state of my home does fall apart just a tiny, tiny bit. And when I am allowed to come back home again and be home more, I nurture it a little bit more. The first thing I would ask myself, and this is more of like, I guess I'm not a life coach, but I think some of the greatest reflection I've had as far as like what I want out of life is if earning money were no object. Like if I weren't really worried about earning enough to pay bills, etc., what, and if there were no gatekeepers, yes, we have to talk about gatekeepers as well. What exactly would I be doing? So, and when I say money being no object is that if you were to go into this, you would maybe if you didn't earn a lot in the beginning, maybe that wouldn't be a deterrent for you. So it can apply to a couple of different things. Like, would you be a very doting stay-at-home parent? Would you be working for someone else, or would you be working for yourself? Would you want to spend more time caring and doting on your home and space? Do you feel most comfortable outdoors? Do you love animals but don't know what that means? Kind of ask yourself, what would you rather do if you were like bored and had the option? Otherwise, and if you can't find an answer, I think that I would spend some time exploring what's going on in your life right now, because I feel like when people cannot find the answer, they often it's to me sounds like burnout. So that might be something to consider as well. Burnout is very real. Burnout is something that a lot of people experience doing or not doing all kinds of things, whether they're a student, whether they're a full-time parent, whether they are working for others or working for themselves, whether they are like writing a book or something, or just trying to change or be the best person they can be. Anything can trigger a burnout. And so I would definitely consider that and try to make the best step towards healing you can get to try and determine whether or not that is the thing that is stalling you, either professionally, personally, or like mentally. Because I've found that when I am not fulfilled, like mentally and here, I stop. My progress stops. Like I stop. And I've had so many jobs or careers or whatever where I just didn't feel like I was appreciated, where I was giving my best self, where I felt very passionately about it. And it dampened my enthusiasm for like everything else. So I don't know if that's, we're getting deep here. We're getting deep here. But I do find that the state of your house and your home can be a reflection on like what's going on the inside. Um, and because, but it might not be. It might not be because some people, if they feel stress on the outside, they will nurture their domicile as to cope. So that may not be true for you, but sometimes it does occur. I hope that I hope that you feel better soon. I'm sending so much love to you, Grape Like 13. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the chat, but I'm also looking at the questions. I will go right back to the chat after this question. Dr. Tara Hatley says, how do you stay up to date with the plants? Tara, you give some of them away. No, true. Honestly, I did like give some of my plants away that I wasn't like super enthusiastic about. However, reducing the number helped, but I have kept up with them lately because I'm like in love with them again. It's a weird thing because sometimes the plants are a little bit more of a burden. And I feel like this is true for like anything you care for, that like sometimes you're like, oh man, like I gotta water 80 plants, dude. And then sometimes you're like, oh my God, I get to water plants today. So it's kind of an ebb and flow as far as like how much attention they get. But today I did get right now in my season right now, I am thriving with my plant care. I have to say, I did get 3 new ones today and I am super excited about them. I was on like a don't buy plants situation for at least a year and now I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's fine to bring a few new philodendron into the family. I'm so excited for them. So I repotted them, had a great time. It'll be over on the vlog channel tomorrow. But yeah, it's hard to keep up with plants. But I mean, as long as you don't have too many, you can pretty much keep up with them. Just inspect them to make sure there's no bugs happening. The bugs is like the only really bad thing to catch up with is any bug situation. Bugs are so bad. And I love bugs. I love bugs. Like, I love bugs, but I don't like bugs that eat my plants and suck the juices out of my plants. Those aren't the good bugs. You know what I'm saying? Those are the bad bugs. Oh, Jacqueline says, hello, Clover. Dr. Song says, bean. Oh my gosh, snakes are awesome too. Snakes I find in garages all the time. I've never found like any scary snakes in there. Like maybe like baby snakes, little baby snakes. Or baby snakes. I do love critters. I love critters. I told you, well, I think I've told you more on the gaming channel that I am a new like spider enthusiast. For the longest time I was an arachnophobe. No longer. I was like one day I was like, you know what? I need to get over this. Because I found so many spiders in people's garages actually and basements. And I would keep it under control when I was like at work. I would see a spider and go, "Oh, look, a spider." But like if I was by myself in my own basement, I probably would have done a little freak out. But I said to myself one day, I was like, this can't be good. This can't be good. So I did a bunch of research on spiders and I found out that most of them are just really just minding their own business. And you shouldn't be afraid of them. They're fascinating little critters. And they're just minding their own business. They're really minding your own business. How did I decide to name Clover? I wanted some kind of botanical name. And I didn't know what it was going to be. And I decided that Clover seemed really cute. And so I named it Clover. It was like really simple. There was no like thought to it. I just thought, I was like, oh, I need some kind of cute botanical name because I think botanical names are really good for pets. I love like Fern, Daisy, Rosie, what What other botanical names are there? Linden. Rue. Like little, like plant names I thought would be cute. And clover seemed like the cutest names. How would someone start doing what I do? Okay. So, if you're talking about professional organizing, I assume, let me know. If you're talking about professional, I guess I'll answer all of them. If you're talking about professional organizing where you go in people's homes, I would, practice doing it, volunteer for free for like friends of friends, just to get some practice. If it's friends of friends, this was the strategy that worked for me, by the way. If it's friends of friends, that means you might not know them, but you know someone who knows you. They know them. So it's not like a stranger, but it's a stranger to you. So I think that that's a really good way to get some experience. Then you can ask them, I'll help you with the caveat of taking before and after pictures. Or you can even capture your job in real time with a video. And that way you can get some portfolio. And then you can create a website. And there is a brand company called ProOrganizer.com. Let me just check to see if that is still the website. No, I think it's Pro Organizer Studio. Pro Organizer Studio. It is Pro Organizer Studio. I will put, oh, I'm sorry, Clover. Just hold on, buddy. I will put the link in the chat because I can post links. And it is to help people grow their professional organizing business and do marketing strategies and stuff. And the ladies who run that are incredible and amazing. And they are there to help you do what you do. If you were talking about YouTube, I would just press record on your camera, on your phone, and upload it to YouTube and see what happens. That's the only advice I can give to you, honestly, because otherwise, you'll never feel like ready. You're welcome, Revi. There you are. You're welcome. Going back in the chat. I wanted a Cavalier, but ended up with a mini golden retriever. Golden retrievers are so cute. I love a golden. Sometimes I watch TikTok while I'm, getting ready to take a shower or something, or like in the bathroom. And the TikToks I love the most are like the golden retriever TikToks where goldens are just doing golden things. And it's adorable. How do you not you must take so many pictures of your dog. So cute. So cute. You're welcome, Revi. I wish so much luck to you. I think you'll do great. You'll do great. What do I think of capsule wardrobes? That is a good question. I have a morphing philosophy on numbered organization systems. So, back in the day, capsule wardrobes were like a very hot thing. I think the original thing was like you could have 30 pieces. And that seems to me to be, it might work for some people, but for me, that's not enough pieces because that includes like socks, I think. Does it include socks? What do you mean? Shoes, accessories, shirts, pants, dresses, whatever. And that would be your wardrobe. And it does break down the whole decision fatigue. So if you're a person that experiences decision fatigue when you open the closet and you see all these clothes and you don't know what to do, that's probably a good strategy to try. But my changing philosophy and I've been so tempted to do, I tried a capsule wardrobe for 30 days and blah, blah, blah. I never did the video. My new philosophy on these number-based things are they can be a stepping stone for some people and be really helpful. However, the main issue with overconsumption and clutter and people having too many items is how many items people have versus how much or what percentage of the items actually get used, whether it's a once a year use or an everyday use. I think both of those uses are equally valuable. Let's say if like a Christmas tree, we're not going to use that more than once a year, but we still keep it and we use it. So the issue goes with, and I've been meaning to craft some sort of a commentary video. The thing is, I don't write those scripts very well, so this will be a real stretch for me. And maybe by saying it out loud, it will motivate me to actually do it. But the problem with people thinking that a number will solve their organizing problems is that the number isn't representative of how many you need to feel like you're getting the most use out of your items. Because some people, for me, 30 pieces of wardrobe, that's not enough. I would like some variety. And I have different occasions I need to dress for. And while it's true that I definitely don't want to have like rows and rows and rows of dresses to choose from, I would like more than 5. And that's just me. So whether or not these things get used, I think is the real issue. But I think more people are talking about that now. I really do. I think it's more of a use case thing than a numbers thing. The number is, to me, is arbitrary. If you have 200 items in your closet and you wear them all regularly, like you have like a whole system where you rotate them, who am I to tell you should have fewer? You know, I couldn't keep track of it myself, but some people do. You know what? Maybe if I counted, I probably might have 200 things. I don't know. I don't know. Mish, hello. Welcome in. You love bugs too? Yeah. I'm scared of some of them still. I'm telling you, some spiders still freak me out. And we have this gorgeous Araneus diadematus, little orb weaving spider that has been living on our porch for like a few months now on our mailbox, which you can open the mailbox lid, but you'll loosen the tension of the web and you close it again and it's just the right tension. It's weird. She's huge, massive. So she's like this big. I'm kind of scared of her, but also obsessed with her. There's a mix there. I've never seen her little fangs or anything. I just see her out there and she's giant. She's a big girl. But I'm kind of scared of her, but also obsessed with her. You know, it's like a dual thing. It's weird. It's weird. I am real life Blathers. I am real life Blathers. That's so funny. Your dog is named Tina? That's so cute. My little frijole. That is adorable. I love that. Can you get tips for starting to organize when you lack motivation but really want to be organized? Mona Lisa? Mona Lisa. That's a great username. We all lack motivation. I hate to tell you. I hate to tell you. Right now, so I told you after I get off live, I'm going to be doing all the food prep for the week because we're having a tough week. And I need to have all the food prep done before the plumber comes tomorrow and rips up our entire bathroom downstairs. I have zero motivation to do it. But I'm going to do it anyway. If you wait for motivation, you will never start to do the thing you need to do. So there's motivation and then there's desire, right? You have desire. I desire to this is like in every part of my life, right? I have 2 Messiahs to sing in December. Isn't that exciting, right? Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice greatly. I'm very bad at this aria, but I have to sing it in public in 2 months. Do I want to practice this every day? Absolutely not. I have no motivation to because I'm bad at it. Do I desire to get better at it? Yes. So which one is stronger? The desire or the motivation? Always the desire. So the desire is your motivation. The desire is your motivation. Because once you start doing something, you just start. It doesn't even matter what you do. Live loud, sloppy. Loud and sloppy. Okay? It's how you're going to live your life. You're going to do whatever you're going to do. You're going to do it sloppily. Even if I'm going to be even more crass, you're going to do it shittily. Okay? You're going to do it shitty, and you're going to be okay with it. So you start getting organized. You take everything out of that closet. Shit's everywhere. But you did something. You did something. And as soon as you make a move, you do something, you're going to build up that motivation. It's like pulling a lawnmower, starting a lawnmower, It never starts the first time, right? But you pull the thing. Pulling the thing is taking the step. So I would just rip the Band-Aid off. Rip it off. Rip it off. Hello, Michelle. That's another good suggestion to set a timer. Set a timer. Because you can always do like 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes. Everybody's got 5 minutes. Say 5 minutes, do a little something, and see how you feel. Because sometimes you feel really crappily after that. You're like, well, I just used all of my energy to do what I did for 5 minutes, and I am mad. That's how life goes sometimes. Like if you're having a really bad day, you're like, oh my God, I just can't today. And sometimes you can't. But sometimes you can, and you can for more. And you can for longer. And you're just like, oh my gosh. You might be thinking of something. Put a podcast on. That's what I always do. Put a podcast on. Put something good on the TV. Put Survivor on. Who is watching Survivor and Big Brother? I'm addicted. I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. So good. Put some good music on, If you're like me, you put old music on. You put New Kids on the Block or something, or like old. Lately, old 90s and 80s hip hop is my jam. Like if I'm really feeling it, old 90s and 80s hip hop is where it's at. It's where it's at. It is so, like Return of the Mac always gets it done. I wish I could play that. Damn YouTube and their copyright claims. Well, it's not YouTube. It's really the record companies and their copyright claims. And don't get me started on copyright claims. I could write like paragraphs of like angry diatribe about the copyright system and how it's broken and how I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Mona Lisa, I'm so glad. You love that aria? I like to listen to it, but I hate singing it. So I do need to practice it every day. Hopefully it will be much smoother and much less painful. Much less painful. I hate singing it. Me and Handel, and I'm talking about George Frederick Handel, we are enemies. Because some of his music, I'm like, that's so good. And then I try to sing it, and it's not good. We are fighting. We're like in a dysfunctional relationship. Like I love Handel. I think Handel is great. But the moment we try to get together, we fight. We fight. So I am currently writing my thesis on copyright claims. Y'all, the copyright claim situations on YouTube they're extreme. It's worse. On this channel, I don't experience much drama over copyright claims because I only use music from Epidemic Sound, which I pay for the rights for. So if I get into any issues with copyright claims, I can pursue a solution from Epidemic Sound, which has only happened to me once, and they're very good at like stepping in if there's an issue. But over on the gaming channel, we got so many issues. It is ugly sauce. So, but petty is my favorite color, so I love to fight. So we be fighting on the gaming channel all the time over Nintendo music. It's not good. You try listening to Turn of the Mac, there you go. See? I'm not gonna sing it out loud. Because, they might say it's a cover. But it is like kind of it's a good organization, like motivation. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not even lying. I'm gonna make a Spotify organization motivation playlist. And it's gonna be like all 90s hip hop. Return of the Mac is gonna be the first song. You're gonna use that, you're gonna put that on, and you can open your like under cabinet sink and you're gonna get to work. It's gonna be the best. The best. Okay, one more question and then we gotta go. We're ending on drama? Okay. How do you handle questions about kids? I keep getting asked about having kids, not sure if I want any, and the questions bug me. Well, even more when they think I'm already pregnant. Rude. Oh my God, Clover, are you okay? Okay. So let's go one question at a time. Questions about kids. Well, it's getting too late for me, so people have stopped asking. I mean, it's not too late technically, but it's kind of late. So, questions about whether or not you are reproducing seem to be very personal. It just is like, I think it's okay. I feel like I expect these questions from close friends or parents or other kind of close relatives. But I think that whenever someone asked me about whether or not I was planning to like get pregnant, I always said, I don't think so, but I enjoy other people's children. So I've never thought that I wanted to be a parent. It never looked fun to me. I just never felt the desire. And I often kind of got frustrated when people would say, oh, you'll regret it. And I'm 47 and I still don't regret it. I love children. I love them. I think they're beautiful. I think they're so cute. They're adorable. But there are reasons that not everybody is meant to raise their own child. And there are reasons why women and people who identify as women, other people who are intersex or whatever, cannot physically have children or want to go through the whole rigmarole and pain. And I will say it's pain of hormone therapy, all that stuff. It is just very personal. And I wish that people would respect how personal a decision that is. It's kind of like in the same realm of like, are you getting a COVID vaccine? Or it's just like, and I will get a COVID booster. But like, I don't think that I'm going to ask other people if they're getting a COVID booster because that's their business. So I just think that other people's, I don't know, it's sounding very like left leaning, but I will say that I'm very left leaning. I feel like your uterus is not anybody else's business. A parenthood is very tiring, it's a big deal. And so it's not anybody else's business but yours, whether or not you decide to make that part of your life or not. And As I and I people thinking that you're already pregnant is terrible. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't even know what to say about that. I think I did one time though when I was like, I'm gonna be completely frank with you, when I had was at the top of my like how I was never like fat, but like I was like skinny fat, I guess, if we're gonna use that kind of language or whatever. When I posted a video and like I think several people commented and they thought that I was pregnant, it did feel like super weird. So like, don't ever say that to anyone. I mean, I think if someone is maybe like 9 months pregnant and it's very obvious, even then I don't assume, okay? Unless they tell me that they're pregnant and that they're going to have a baby, I am not going to say anything because I feel like it's none of my business. And what if they're not? Even if it seems like 100% obvious that they are, I just cannot, I will not go up and like get into people's grills about it because it's weird. It's weird. It's weird to me because I feel like parenthood is so beautiful and personal, and it's definitely like the business of you and your significant other if that's part of your life. Yes. And some of us are dinkwads. Dual income, no kids, with a dog. Dinkwad is the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. The dog in your profile picture is so cute, by the way. Dinkwad is so funny. Oh my god, Sink too. Sinkwad and Dinkwad. And but if you have a cat, it's Sinkwalk. You can have other things, like if you have a spider, it's Sinkwas. Whatever. Anyway, I am like the best aunt. Honestly, I think I'm like I am the weird aunt. And I do love the kids are cute, but like I would rather give them back to their parents when it's time. But you know what? Still, I'm you never know what's going to happen in the future either. I mean, I'm not saying that we're like trying or anything, but you never know. I could change my mind. But anyway, it's none of anybody's business. It's none of anybody's business. They think I'm like a few weeks pregnant, then I'll have a beer. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Well, you know what? You keep them on their toes. You keep them on their toes. Clover is our child. He's absolutely our child. Being an aunt is the best. It's the best. All right, Clover is here. He said, "Why are you not paying attention to me? Everybody, I would like to say good night to you. Then thank you so much for coming to the live stream." Oh my gosh, finishing your master's in violin. Mariana, congratulations. Oh my gosh. Well, not to feel so alone in the uncertainty of what's next. Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, Clover. It's scary out there. After you, I'll say this one last thing and then I will go. I will go. That music degree, when they like dump you out into the world, it is so scary. It is so scary because you're like, what now? Now, I think that they tell you a little bit more than when I was in grad school about what to do, but I feel like it's still pretty scary. But you will find your place. And I know, I hope we get to work together. Wouldn't that be fun? I've talked to that's true with any degree. With any degree, they just dump you out and they're like, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. Red light, we will see. We will see. Because this morning I had to be present for the service people. And tomorrow they are ripping up our bathroom. So I don't know if it's a good idea or not to live stream, but we'll see. I gotta get one in because otherwise I'm sad. I'm sad. We gotta play some Zelda. All right, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out. We have to go. I'm gonna go. and start this cooking and finish all the laundry in order to. Okay, Clover, I'll put you down. I'll put you down. So that we can get the bathroom leak fixed tomorrow morning. Say a prayer, everyone. But thank you so much for hanging out. Leave a like on your way out. If you have not left a like, it helps YouTube push out the live stream to everyone. And keep your eye on the gaming channel for a live stream. Probably, I need to schedule. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it. Bethany, please keep me updated. Keep me updated. Either on Twitter, Instagram. You guys can tag me on all those platforms. Otherwise, I will see you next week in a new video. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you very soon. Bye.